If I had known that the Germans would not succeed in constructing an atom bomb, I never would have moved a finger. In the annals of history, few names shine as brightly and as paradoxically as that of Albert Einstein. A man whose genius redefined the cosmos, yet whose heart yearned for peace in a world teetering on the brink of war. Albert Einstein grew up in a middle-class family. When he was born, his family was scared that something was wrong with him. He had a very large and misshapen head, but fortunately, within the first few weeks, the shape of his head became normal. But their worries didn't stop there. When he was very young, his parents thought he might be intellectually disabled because he was very slow to learn to talk and did not speak until he was 4 years old. At that time, he often formed full sentences in his thoughts, but did not speak. He used to practice the sentences in his head or whisper them softly under his breath until he got them right and then say them aloud. Many people believed Einstein would never succeed at anything. Now, before we dive deeper into the untold story of Albert Einstein, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. You won't want to miss the revelations that follow. His family faced financial difficulties and moved to Italy, first to Milan and then to Pavia, leaving Einstein behind in Munich to finish his education. Feeling stifled and unhappy, Einstein left the gymnasium and eventually joined his family in Italy, abandoning the German educational system at the age of 15. After spending a year with his family and failing his first attempt due to the non-science subjects, Einstein passed the entrance examination for the Swiss Federal Polytechnic School in Zurich at the age of 17. He chose to study mathematics and physics in a program that trained teachers in these subjects. While Einstein was exceptional in mathematics and physics, he struggled with other subjects and often clashed with some of his professors. His nonconformist nature and reluctance to attend classes regularly were at odds with the educational norms of the time. At the Polytechnic School, Einstein met Mileva Maric, a fellow student who would become his first wife. They shared a deep passion for science and a personal connection that blossomed into a romantic relationship. Maric was an intellectual companion for Einstein, and they spent countless hours discussing scientific concepts. The genius graduated in 1900, but found it challenging to secure a teaching position due to his lack of recommendations from his professors, who disapproved of his attitude. 2 years after working various temporary jobs, he secured a position as a technical assistant at the Swiss Patent Office in Bern in 1902. This job provided him with a stable income and the time to pursue his own scientific research. Albert Einstein's journey from a thoughtful child and an inquisitive young adult to an honored genius of historic significance was marked by his groundbreaking contributions to physics and his profound impact on our understanding of the universe. His ascent to global recognition and honor was a combination of his revolutionary scientific discoveries, his unique approach to problem solving, and the timing of his contributions in the context of early 20th century physics. 1905 is often referred to as Einstein's Annus Mirabilis, or miraculous year, during which he published 4 papers in the Annalen der Physik, a leading scientific journal, These papers addressed the photoelectric effect, Brownian motion, the special theory of relativity, and the equivalence of mass and energy, E equals mc squared. Each of these works not only challenged existing paradigms, but also laid the foundation for new branches of physics. Einstein published his general theory of relativity in 1915, extending the special theory of relativity to include gravity as a property of the geometry of space and time, or space-time. This theory provided a new framework for understanding the universe, predicting phenomena such as the bending of light by gravity. Beyond his scientific achievements, Einstein was also recognized for his advocacy of civil rights, pacifism, and Zionism, speaking out on issues ranging from the treatment of Jews in Germany to the importance of world peace. Einstein's distinctive persona, marked by his wild hair and warm, humorous demeanor, alongside his willingness to engage with complex social and political issues, made him a beloved public figure. His ability to explain complex scientific ideas in accessible terms contributed to his fame. But this genius had secrets of his own, dark secrets that followed him until the end of his life. I made one great mistake in my life when I signed the letter to President Roosevelt recommending that atom bombs be made. On August 2, 1939, just a month before World War II erupted, Albert Einstein, the renowned physicist who had left Germany for the U.S. to escape Nazi rule, penned a 2-page letter to President Franklin D. Roosevelt. This letter would be pivotal in ushering the United States into the nuclear arms competition, altering the trajectory of world events. By that time, Einstein, who became a scientist of great fame, had settled in the United States, having escaped the threat of the Nazi regime. He had come to understand that German scientists had unlocked the secrets of nuclear fission, a process that involves splitting the nucleus of an atom to unleash a formidable energy release. In his correspondence, Einstein alerted Roosevelt to the potential for extremely powerful bombs of a new type, made possible by this breakthrough. Weapons potent enough to obliterate entire harbors and their vicinities. Einstein would eventually regard this letter, which pressed Roosevelt to expedite uranium research within the United States, as his one great mistake, recognizing its role in propelling the development of nuclear armaments. Alexander Sachs relayed Einstein's warnings and other concerns about the potential for a catastrophic bomb to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, as reported by the New York Times at the time. Roosevelt succinctly summarized the urgency of the situation, saying, "Alex, we need to ensure the Nazis don't end up annihilating us." To which Sachs replied emphatically, "Precisely." Recognizing the gravity of the matter, Roosevelt immediately instructed his secretary to take necessary action. Encouraged by Leo Szilard, a Hungarian-born physicist who feared Germany's potential use of the new nuclear fission technology for weaponry, Einstein, a Jewish refugee, decided to reach out to Roosevelt. Szilard, along with fellow Hungarian physicists and refugees Edward Teller and Eugene Wigner, shared their serious apprehensions with Einstein. Szilard drafted the letter, but it was Einstein's signature at the bottom, given his esteemed standing with the president, that carried the weight. The impact of Einstein's letter was significant, leading Roosevelt to establish the Advisory Committee on Uranium in October 1939, the same month he received the letter, even as World War II had already commenced without U.S. involvement. This committee would evolve into the Manhattan Project, the classified U.S. project that developed the atomic bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, resulting in approximately 200,000 deaths. The bombings led to Japan's informal surrender, marking the end of World War II. Nazi Germany, on the other hand, did not achieve nuclear weapon capabilities, and it appeared they did not earnestly pursue them. Einstein, despite his critical role in alerting the U.S. government, was not part of the Manhattan Project's development team. Deemed too great a security risk due to his German origins and his known left-leaning political views. Upon learning of the bomb's use in Japan, Einstein expressed profound regret, lamenting, "Woe is me." He later reflected, "Had I known that the Germans would not succeed in developing an atomic bomb, I would have done nothing for the bomb." Einstein also issued a dire warning about the future, stating, "We thus drift toward unparalleled catastrophe." In the silence that follows the storm, a voice of remorse whispers through the annals of history. Albert Einstein, whose letter helped set the wheels of the atomic age in motion, faced the twilight of his years with a heavy heart. "If only I had known, I should have become a watchmaker." The dawn of the atomic era, marked by the devastation of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, brought with it a reckoning for Einstein. His advocacy for peace and disarmament in the years that followed was fueled by a profound regret over his indirect role in the creation of nuclear weapons. The release of atomic power has changed everything except our way of thinking. The solution to this problem lies in the heart of mankind. If only I had known, I would have been more vocal about the dangers we were unleashing. As the world stood at the crossroads of a new age, Einstein's reflections serve as a poignant reminder of the dual-edged sword of scientific progress. His legacy, imbued with the message of caution and hope, implores future generations to tread the path of innovation with wisdom and foresight. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. In the quiet of the night, as we gaze upon the infinite, let us carry forward Einstein's plea for a future where peace is the guiding light and understanding the path we choose to walk together. In the final years of his life, Einstein was often asked about God and the afterlife. He did not believe in either, saying, "No, and one life is enough for me." This life of his ended on 17th of April, 1955, in Princeton. There, he was admitted to the hospital with internal bleeding caused by rupture of the abdominal aortic. His problem could have been fixed with an operation earlier, but when doctors wanted to treat him, Einstein refused with these words, "I want to go when I want. It is tasteless to prolong life artificially. I've done my share. It is time to go. I will do it elegantly." And he did. The genius left this life on 17th of April, 1955, at the age of 76. As we embark on our own journeys, let's remember Einstein's story. His regret became a catalyst for change. We, too, have the power to learn, grow, and shape a better world. What small actions can you take today to contribute to a more peaceful and understanding tomorrow? Before we part ways, share in the comments which moment from his story fascinated you the most, and whose story you'd like to delve into next. Click here to explore more of our intriguing stories. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, stay curious.